Emperor Marcus Aurelius once said that everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is perspective, not the truth. Now, I don't agree with this quote, as there are scientific and historical facts we know to be true through research and experiments. But it does raise an interesting point that sometimes not everything we see or hear is the full story. So this led me to explore the topics of truth and perspective and how the two overlap in our lives and in the world. Oftentimes, we humans view our perspectives as to be the truth. We are limited to our experiences and memories, and therefore do not carry all the information needed to make accurate conclusions about the world. We can ask other people about their experiences and feelings, but how can we know that what they're saying is accurate information? For one, everyone's perspective is biased by their current emotional state. And secondly, emotions are not necessarily an accurate reflection of the truth. Not everything you feel is always the reality of the situation. In 1984, by George Orwell, the main character, Winston Smith, is tortured by antagonist O'Brien to believe that 2 + 2 = 5, simply because Big Brother, the governing party, says so. In this scene, Winston rebels against him and refuses to accept this lie. This rebellion continues even though Winston is brutally tortured by O'Brien. Unfortunately, O'Brien will only be satisfied if Winston truly believes that 2 + 2 = 5, and so eventually Winston is so dazed by torture that he is not sure what he believes. Orwell's theme in this scene is that truth is truth, only to the extent to which we defend it. He exemplifies the importance of standing up for the truth, for what we really believe in. In the story Brave New World, author Aldous Huxley takes a different approach. The characters in the story purposely avoid facing the truth of their own lives and society around them. Ignorance is bliss. They do this by taking a drug called Soma, which makes them see the world in a happy and blissful light, instead of seeing the dark reality that they truly live in. This society has a philosophy that people are better off living with happiness than with truth. We can see what is defined as happiness in the novels, such as sex, drugs, and food, but the truth isn't as clear. The government hides all information and scientific truth, and also attempts to destroy human truths, such as friendship, love, any kind of emotional connection. So, regarding scientific truth, consciousness is defined as a fact of awareness by the mind of itself in the world, and is still one of the most intriguing mysteries in science today. Cognitive scientist David Hoffman believes that we do not objectively perceive reality. There is something that exists when we don't look, but it's not space-time and physical objects. Whatever this reality is the real source of cause and effect in the world, not brains or neurons. Consciousness is derived from chemical and biological brain activity. We have yet to discover the distinction between true reality and what we see and experience as reality, if there truly happens to be a difference. Now, if we are ever able to come to an accurate conclusion and understand the phenomena of consciousness and reality, then that just may reveal the greatest truth of our existence and universe we live in today. Thank you.